Welcome, everybody, to episode 241 of the effing title. I'm Big Husky.
I'm DeNutte.
And we're back again.
Again.
Been a while. It feels like it has been a hot minute. I don't know why.
We did one last weekend, right?
We did, but for some reason, I don't know why. It just feels like it's been a hot minute. Also, I'm going to change.
Once you said that, I was like, it has felt a while.
I'm gonna change it up as well. I'm going to put the music on while we're doing the podcast, so you won't be able to hear it, but I'll be able to hear it. But there's music playing in the background, just a little bit of, you know.
What did we do last week?
I think last week was Xbox. I think maybe that's why.
That's right. It was live.
Yeah,
live. Yeah,
I think that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, a long one.
Yeah, that was a long one.
That's right.
A lot still coming out from there. That weekend is still just kind of slowly unfolding. It feels like.
General consensus. Xbox won.
General consensus was Xbox dominated the entire weekend.
Yeah.
But then the funny thing is that I just realized as well. Now I remember why I can't play music during the podcast. Because it's Spotify, and Spotify's like, "Oh, you're in Discord? No. Because it literally just stopped playing." So
really,
yep, that's a fun thing.
Okay.
It may just be the way that I do it because I use the web browser. So if I actually use the app,
you don't have the app.
I do, but I just don't use it. I've always used the web browser. I'm old school, bro.
The app works when I've done it, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't listen to music a lot.
Yeah.
So, but if I do, I have dual channel headphones, so I just play it from my phone.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, consensus seems like Xbox dominated the weekend. It is funny seeing, and it's because of course I'm part of the community. You're kind of a part of the community with Overwatch. A lot of people in the Overwatch community kind of upset that there was no Overwatch announcement.
But a WoW announcement that I think we're still confused about.
Yes, a WoW announcement and also another hero shooter announcement. So a lot of people being like, "Where the hell's the Overwatch announcement?" Like the new Overwatch season is Tuesday, by the way. I don't know if you know that. Like,
I didn't know that.
This upcoming Tuesday.
Oof, I didn't finish the season. Oh well.
Yeah. Well, right now, this is a nice one for everyone out there. Well, right now I think it might be double XP, but also if you watch 10 hours of people streaming for the next couple days, streaming Overwatch, you get 5 free skips. So I'm currently watching Emong, and by watching I mean he's on my laptop.
I couldn't tell you how many what level I am, so I think I'm like halfway through. Which I didn't finish my Mercy, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things. I think it all depends on a lot of things with it. It's like do you really want the final skin? Also, kind of side tangenting here, but so one, people are upset that Overwatch didn't get an announcement during the game showcase. I think if it did, it would have been massacred.
Because what do they have to show, really?
Well, not even that. I mean, look at what it's going against. You're gonna throw the Overwatch announcement in the middle of Fable, Gears, Call of Duty, Perfect Dark, Avowed, WoW. Like you're gonna throw it in the middle of all that and hope hope people get excited for it. It's gonna.
I've been seeing a lot of Gears excitement actually, which is nice to see.
It is very nice to see the amount of people just getting really hyped up for Gears. I'm gonna be playing Judgment again here soon. Not again. I'm gonna be playing Judgment for the first time here soon. I haven't decided when I want to do it. I need to find a nice little 5-day so I can just knock it out one a day.
Very hard.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not what the topic is today. We want to do something a little different today. As you can see from the background, where, kind of our home away from home, our solitude, our fortress of solitude, our bat cave, our quiver, our
Iron Paradise,
our Themyscira, our Atlantis, whatever analogy you want to use, the Pain Dungeon, whatever you want to use. We're gonna be talking about gym, diet, and health plans. That's the plan for today, which you may be looking at us two very thin.
Yeah, you're like, you've never been to the gym before.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. I did have someone come into my chat one time and say that I need to go to the gym, or like I'm looking big, so I need to go to the gym, and I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment.
Yeah. The funny thing to me is like, there's a lot of like fat hate is like big again.
Oh, of course. It's always gonna
And
be. Yeah.
it's like in full like they're like fat hate's back where it's like you should like talk down to your homies so they lose weight. Where it's like, like I've been good going now 10 months. Back like full diet, full gym. I'm down, over 40 pounds. But like at the end of the day, you look at me, you're like, I'm still fat. I get it, but like you're like, it's like they're like, well, you just like it's always like it never goes away. Where like unless you get, well, I guess it really like unless you lose weight and you look normal.
Unless you like fully lose and you're like,
it's all perception, like of what people perceive you. I guess in a way, not that it matters, but like there's always going to be like fat hate because like you could like. I agree with like there's people that are like, well, like like I do what I can, I try and I just can't lose it. I'm like, you can lose it, but like it just takes a while. And then but like at the same time, like them doing it and people like bashing them is like it's not like gonna help. I don't know. There's another point I wanted to make there, but I lost it, so it is what it is.
Well, I'm just gonna try and just skip right through all these. I was going to come on now. Continue. No, thank you. I was just trying to get back to my phone so I could see because I haven't. So I was tracking for a long time. When I was tracking, when I first started, was let's see, what date is that? That says March 28th. So around March 28th, so around the end of March, I started tracking. This was probably when. This is 2023 as well. So this is a full year ago, and that was around 341. The lowest I got down to, it looks like, was around into the low 280s. Oh no, not the low 280s. Sorry, low 290s.
Yeah.
And then I kind of went back up to 300, and I just kind of stayed there. So I have an app that I use, or I used. I stopped using it after a little bit just because it was the same thing. It was it's one of those things. So like I guess we can start there. Apps and just kind of diet / health and food intake, that sort of aspect. Let's start there first. So the app that I use is called Lose It. It's a free app, or you can pay for it. It's one of those things, right? You track your weight. So like you put in like I weigh this much. I want to weigh this much. I don't care how long it fucking takes. And it's like, do you want to lose a couple pounds a week? Do you want to lose 2 pounds a week? 1 pound a week? A half pound a week? Like you get to pick all these things, right? And then it just says like, here's how many calories you need. That's it. So it's just a calorie counting app basically, right? But like, if you really want, you can track your macros if you pay for it. You can do all that stuff. But the thing that is annoying with apps like that for me personally is the fact of I buy Factor. I eat Factor meals. That's my big thing. You know that. I know that. They know that. I think they know that. So I'm repetitive. I eat the same shit basically every fucking week. But I can't just automatically put that in. I have to put it in every single day on the day. I can't do a day in advance. So even though on Tuesday I have all of my week fully planned out, I can't put it all in there and fully planned out because I don't pay for the app, so therefore I can't do it. So it just became monotonous, and it was like one of those things. It's like, I know what I'm eating. I know it's around the same thing. Fuck this, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you use. Do you use an app? Or anything?
I use an app for my programming, the gym part, but I don't for a food part.
Yeah. See, so the thing that is nice with this is that so you do your food. So it's like, what is it? It's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack is the way they have it categorized.
Yeah.
And you can search up your thing, or you can scan the barcode. So like if it has a barcode, you scan the barcode and it just brings up all the information. Like that sort of thing. Or you can type it in yourself, which is also kind of nice. But then the thing that I really like with it is like I said, it tracks your how many calories you're allowed. So go to the gym for an hour. It says like Is it intensive? Is it advanced? Is it this? It's one of those bullshit ones, and it's like, I went and looked it online one time, and I was like, this means that you're having problems breathing during this. This means you're huffing and puffing a little bit. This means you're just out of breath. And I'm sitting,
Which I don't like either, because that's not, like, you can't base that off of that.
exactly. I'm sitting there, it's like when I get done with a rep of bench, immediately after, I'm out of fucking breath. I am huffing and puffing, but within within a minute or two, I'm back to normal. Like, everything's fine. So it's just one of those things where it's like, that's why I always just put it like the lowest setting, or like whatever the fuck it is, like that, whatever. Like, who cares? But the thing that I do like about the Lose It app, and this is one of the big things, that if you are trying to lose weight, or if you are trying to get better at tracking your food or anything like that, the thing I really like about the app is that it adjusts your calories when you decrease your weight.
Either they're not saying you still need this many calories. Or
Exactly.
You actually need less, so.
Which it makes sense, and that's how it would work in real life as well. But normally you would have to try to track that yourself. The app tracks it.
It's good. You don't have to think about it.
Exactly. So it's just one of those things that, and it's like, it's a really nice thing. So like, if I look at it real quick, I wonder if I can stop putting on ads. All right. So like here, let's go room. All right. That's a lot of numbers. All right. So on Tuesday, March 28th, my budget for calories was 2,759. Okay? So that was my budget then, 2,759. The very last day that I tracked food was right here. January 25th, my budget was 2,520. So within a year, I lost 200 calories because of I'm lowering my weight, and I want to keep lowering my weight, so therefore I need to eat less. I've always been a big supporter, and just my brain, it makes the most sense. It's the easiest thing: calories in, calories out. Boom. Can you get advanced with it and start tracking macros, micros, and all the different aspects of it? Like, get the pie chart out. I need this much protein, this much carb. Can you do all that? Yes, you can.
That's like too, like, also, like, our bodies aren't peak. Like, you're just putting, like, 93 into an 89 Civic.
Exactly.
You're like, wow, it's, like, you just put the normal gas.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is this thing, and I've said this before, and I've said it to like my dad and everything. It's like I'm 6'4". Right now I'm around 310 probably, if I had to guess, because I haven't weighed myself in a little while. But if I just have to guess, I'm probably 310. I don't care what it is that's going in my body. I just want to get close to that number, because funnily enough, even though I am this big, I don't like eating. I don't like to eat.
I love eating.
See, that's the issue. It's funny, because it's like, I go from either I don't want to eat, or if you give me a pack of hot dogs, I'll eat it in a sitting. There's no in between anymore. It's one or the other. Either I don't want to eat, or I eat too much.
Yeah, and it's all like, at the end of the day, it's all mental stuff, right? I mean, like, that's why I'm fat. Like, I had this friend forever who, he was like, he always is unhappy because he's fat, and I'm like, no, I'm fat because I'm unhappy. Like,
what is the Fat Bastard said it right in
I'm happy because I eat.
And I eat because I'm unhappy. But it's true though. It's
like now that I'm like happy, my eating's better. Like, it's not. Literally, I was just like a sad eater.
Yeah.
Like,
it's one of those things. It's like someone called me fat, so I'm gonna go eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah, like, sometimes when I have a bad day, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get fucking Five Guys. Like, it's just how like I don't know. If I'm unhappy, I'm gonna eat poorly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it also.
Who cares?
Like, when that's
I don't need that little thing.
Is this like, it's that thing of like that treat sort of thing, right? Where it's like, oh, I want a treat because it's like, oh, I feel like shit, so I'm gonna, if I eat something, I'll feel I'll feel a little bit better. But you're not gonna go out and be like, I'm gonna go out and get me some celery and peanut butter. It's like,
I have friends that are like that, and I'm like, that doesn't. My brain can't like compute with that.
I would just rather have peanut butter and a spoon, to be honest, and just fucking...
I have a friend who's very healthy, very good shape, and like he's like, oh man, I just love crushing peppers. And I was like, what? He's got these like little peppers he just eats from his fridge. They're not spicy peppers, they're like little mini bell peppers.
That's funny.
And he's like, oh man, I love them. And I was like,
I wish
that's where my brain went.
Yeah, right now I got a box of Edamons with the like caramel dot Edamons or something like that I saw in the store, and I was like, those look new.
Well, I'm not like, sure, I like sweets and stuff, and like, but mine's like, I like savory. I love pizza. I love hamburgers. I love I smoke a lot of meat, so like, I just did a brisket Friday.
Go smoke.
19-pound brisket.
Did I tell you that there was a food truck outside my apartment last week?
And you're like,
And it was a barbecue. It was a smoke. It was a smoke.
did you get anything?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You gotta get at least once. It's right there.
Pulled pork and mac and cheese, baby. It was like a 1.5 pound box. It was just, boom. I put that shit right in my stomach, and like within an hour, I was, ow.
Yeah, and like, well, and it's like if you eat that in one sitting, you're dying.
And it was the mac and cheese was like not like yellow, not like orange mac and cheese. It was like the very light like light white mac and cheese, like barely any cheese in there, sort of thing. Like, oh, it was so good. Oh my god, I want more. I'm hungry again. But you know, the mental aspect of it is a big thing, though. And like that's like it's a joking thing, right? Like I said, straight off, oh, fat bastard. You know, it's a joking thing, you know. But it goes for anything. You know, you have those friends who they have a bad day, so what are they gonna do? They're gonna go have a smoke. You know, it's been a shit day. Well, let's go get drunk. And it's the same thing. It's it's been a shit day. I'm gonna go order everything at Pizza Hut. I know I said Pizza Hut. Taco Bell was the thing I was thinking of, but
I still have Taco Bell. I probably have Taco Bell once a week.
Yeah. See, I wish I could.
But Taco Bell's like not, as far as like fast food goes, it's not that bad.
That's definitely worse, right?
Yeah, that's how and I'm like, it's still within the calories. So I'm like, whatever, it's fine.
So like I guess my thing is it's like, especially if you're like starting out, if it's one of those things, it's like I want to lose some weight, maintain it, and just kind of boom, right? Then you really don't need to look at macros, really don't need to look at micros, you really don't need to look at, just make sure your calories are less than your calories in versus calories out. Done. Simple. It makes sense.
Sam Sulik's been talking about that a lot because he eats a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
He's like, you know him?
Yeah.
All right, I imagine. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's like notorious for eating bullshit, like, but he stays within his range, so it's fine.
Yeah,
and like that's like at the core of what it is. And they're like, well, he takes too much steroids. Yeah, he takes steroids, but he takes steroids and works out and eats.
Exactly. It's one of those things. Like it's fun. That is always going to be a funny topic to me. Is the steroid? Whenever people are like, "Oh, steroids," it's like you do realize it's not just like fucking inject or take and then they just. Like, you do realize it's still, like...
So I am on TRT, which is steroids. And it's funny, because my buddy who I work out with is, like, his excuse for everything is that I'm on steroids. So, like, funny. If I'm getting stronger, I'm doing this and that, he's like, well, it's because you're on steroids. I'm like, maybe to an extent, but, like...
Well, I mean, and, like, this is one of those things, of course, it's been... I don't know how long since I've actually, like, fully sat down, read a book about this stuff, and done a research paper, and, you know, actually big looked into it. But really, all steroids do is make it so it's like, if you work arms today, guess what you can work tomorrow now and not have any DOMs? Arms.
That's definitely it. You know, so I've been on. So it's June. Okay, it's June 24. I've been on TRT since April 23, so just over a year. And, like, I didn't work out for April till September. I started working out in September 2023 again.
Yeah.
Obviously, our background, I worked out for a long time. I worked out after I left college. I worked out until about 2016. Yes. So, like, 2016 to 2023, I'd worked off here and there, but it really had been like 2 years since I had done anything. Getting back into it, sore. But once you are like, you know, like it's that. So like once you're lifting, once you're doing cardio, like you get sore sometimes, but it's not like the kind of sore you are when you first start.
Yeah, when you first start, the DOMs hit, and the DOMs are like, oh,
dude, you're like, yeah, you're like, I'm dying.
Yeah,
like you do a leg day and you can't walk the next day. Like you don't. I had that too, but now that I'm like fully back into it, like I don't really get sore anymore. But it's not like, again, I'm not doing like a cycle. Like I'm not doing like a crazy amount of testosterone.
Yes.
Like my testosterone is like the norm, is what a man's testosterone should be. Where before it wasn't. Yeah. It was like, I actually looked up what a woman's natural testosterone should be.
Oh yeah.
Just out of curiosity, just lower than a man's. Not even like comparable.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you're saying, so the main thing with any of those sort of things is all, like you said, all you're doing is, because when we work out, we're ripping apart the muscle, right? On a molecular level, we're ripping it apart, and then it slowly goes back together, and that's how it's here, rip, goes back, rip, goes back, rip, goes back, rip, goes back, rip. Oh, look at it, it's getting bigger. And that's how it works. What it is, though, is assist. It's that thing of, like, it rips, and then it takes the time to come back together. All steroids do is it decreases that time it takes to come back together. So therefore, you can just keep working it. That's why when you see people, like, the typical, like, roid heads, or roid dudes, like, when they use it, like, most of the time it's upper body kids, right? And their upper body is massive and their lower body is small. It's because they can just constantly just do upper body now. Like, they don't need that day off.
My butt's been real thick now.
Oh, thick.
Cat's been poking my butt. Like I said, so I got 80, 90 pounds on you, and I laugh because that picture I sent of you, I thought I looked huge in that picture.
Yeah. I said you look like Zangief.
Yeah, like I had, my shoulders were defined. I had like the split in my chest. You could see like the separate pecs, and I was like, man, I look great in that picture, which is just kind of funny to think because I'm like, oh my god, I'm still just fat.
Yeah, I know. I love it. I thought it was great, but I mean that's the thing with roids though, at least from what I remember.
Yeah. Well, so all right, we talk about roids. It's like so sure the recovery is better, but like at its core, my testosterone doesn't dip up and down.
Yes.
So there's a natural ebb and flow of like what a person's testosterone is, and a normal man's should be between like 5 and 900. 900 is like real high.
900.
So like mine's like 650 now that I'm on it. So mine's like a pretty steady 650, but like a normal, like a man's like if yours in the healthy range and you're not on anything, it should be dipping up and down, almost like blood sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're up and down, where like you have lows but you have highs. Whereas me, it's just like steady, which like is good and bad because sometimes you could have more, sometimes you get less. But for me, I'm like, bro, like I'd rather just be like the same. I feel the same all the time. It's like not only that, it's like I have energy. I'm not sad.
I'm not a sad boy.
Literally, I think the drop-offs were just like killing me, man. I just was sad. Like it's like cured by depression. I just like was like sad and like didn't want to do anything all the time. There's like again back to that argument where like I was sad because I was fat because I was sad because I didn't want to do anything and I was just overeating. And then like there's like so hard to get out of that cycle when you're just like you don't like you can, but really like you get so sad and bent out of shape you can't do anything.
Oh yeah, I mean
like,
it was
that's
like
for me.
Yeah, I mean,
like I'd made depressive before. It was like getting out of bed to even go to work was like impossible a long time ago.
I mean, like
anything.
That's one of the reasons why I was just doing it at night because I was already up. So it's like,
So like, it's one thing to break out of your habit. It's another thing. It's like your body is literally telling you no.
Well, like that's the thing is it's like so, and it's one of the things I want to do real quick. So like, I'm old school, right? So I got these bad boys, right here. I'm old school, right? And this is why I was a little bit late. To get on here. So I wanted to grab these because these were down in my gym locker room.
Joined 5 seconds after I did, which was funny.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah, like not even 5 seconds.
So yeah, so like here. So Monday, 5/22. Okay, this is 5/22, 2023.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's like if I look at that and then I take the most recent book, and then I look at that compared to this, it is drastically different. One, my handwriting has gotten tremendously worse. But
you're just like,
well, it's just fucking. But it's like so. I was doing shoulder press 2 for 15 for 15, 2 for 15 for 20. That's what I was doing. This past week, 1 for 15 for 20, 2 for 15 for 25, 2 for 15 for 30. So it's like I've like doubled the weights across the board. Bench. 2 for 15, 20, 2 for 15, 25. So so for everyone out there that doesn't know,
what is your ultimate goal with the actual working out part?
To gnaw off myself.
Okay, but like, do you have like you just are you?
I'm a fucking idiot, and I was doing
because I know you're 60, not a weak. What's up?
I was doing 60 reps, and I was like, that's wrong. I should do 75. So now I'm doing 75.
In what once?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Okay. So
You're just doing straight atrophy.
Basically.
Yeah.
So, like, this book, I thought I had it written down in one of these. And one of these I had it written at the very beginning, like, this is why I'm doing this. Apparently, I don't have that in here anymore. But, maybe it's in... Maybe there's another book somewhere then, because I know I wrote it in the beginning. Anyways, no, so, like, for one, like, that's the way it's going up. But, you know, so my big plan with it, at the very beginning, and, like, I'm honest with y'all. I'm honest with everyone, so I'm just gonna be fucking honest. There was a lot of things with it. The first thing was I was gonna get back into working out again, and then I went to the ER. That was one of the podcasts that we did.
Yep. No, I remember. As soon as you said it, I went, oh yeah.
Yep. Me and DeNutte talked about it for a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna get back in the gym. I'm gonna be back to being healthy. And I was like, so you know what? I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get a bunch of shit, and I'm gonna have one final fucking goodbye to eating like
Husky's
shit.
Heart exploded.
And then my gallbladder said, haha, funny, and spasmed out to the point where I thought I was dying, and I went to the ER and went through all that, and then I started immediately after that. So that was the first part of it, and then the second part of it was just a lot of things where,
silver lining, at least you had the mindset before that, and it wasn't like you were sitting in the hospital bed like, bro, I gotta change my life. You're like,
it was literally right before. It was like, it was just kind of funny. It's like I'm gonna do the things to get healthy. I almost killed myself going to the, it's like, because like apparently it was spasming like bad. Like, I mean, they dosed me.
They took it out, right?
No, I still have it. Yeah, no, so I have it, but I went to the doctors, and they were like...
I'm sorry.
Well, no, so I went to the doctors, and they were like, there's 3 options. 1, we take it out. I was like, good joke. He's like, 2, we put you on meds. I was like, good joke. He's like, 3, you show me that you can lose weight, and you can get your gallbladder better. I was like... That's what I'm talking about. So I came back like 2 weeks, like I think it was a month or 2 months later, I was down like 15, 20 pounds. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, all of the, what was it? They did a bunch of tests, all the tests and everything just like, we have them all now. Yeah, you're a very healthy big man. And I was kind of sitting there looking at him like, and, like, I know this, but like, but... So for me, that was the first thing. But then
it's funny. A lot if you lose a bunch of weight, that can also mess up with your gallbladder. So I had a friend who lost like 100 pounds, and he had to get his gallbladder removed because he lost too much weight.
It's funny because there's certain times when I'll eat something and
it does nothing though.
Yeah, no, I get a pain right here. Every now and then. If I eat certain things, and it's like when it happens, I'm just exactly. It's like it happens, and it's like, oh. It's like, well, I gotta stop eating that right now. Like,
so ultimately, like, so are you just?
Well, so like that was the first thing, and then it was one of those things where like after that happened, obviously, kind of ER in pain, fucking. It was in bed for like 3 days, just fucking in the most excruciating pain I've ever been in. They gave me some painkiller, and none of it helped. So it was like one of those sort of things. At that point, I was like, I need to do it for a couple of different reasons. And this is why I was like, I'm like trying to think if I want to word it how I want to word it, because fuck it, I'm going to. So it's like like my main thing was this: is like doing this. I like doing this. I like doing the podcast. I like streaming. I like making content. I like the community that I've built. Right? We may not be the best community. We may not be the biggest community, but I love my fucking community. You guys all deserve the best from me. And if I'm fucking at 340, 350, huffing and puffing, going from here to the bathroom, that isn't the best from me. So the first thing was that. It was that sort of thing. The second thing was just like, of course, like I said, I'm in the ER, half asleep, half awake, with fucking pain meds. The only thing I can think about is, like, cool, I'm going before my parents do. Right? And it's like, nope, that ain't happening. And it was one of those things of just like, my parents deserve better. My community deserves better. A certain person deserves better. And it just kind of went from there. It was just like lot of...
you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's me.
You know what it was for me? It's less serious. It was getting really hard to wipe. And I was getting like... I was like missing. I was like getting skitties, and
God.
I was like, boy, I just like it was like getting
See,
hard.
I got them
I'd
long.
be, I got really short arms. I got like comically short arms. It's like as someone who is like 6'1", and my arm is like my reach is like it's nothing. It's just got like when I stand, my arms go down to my waist. Like they don't go past my
You got
waist.
those Matthew McConaughey arms.
Like if I have to reach, if I have to grab something from my pocket, I have to lean.
You have to lean.
Like,
You have to lean.
yeah. I'm like, oh, I got such short arms. But like it. Well, sometimes it happens. I'll say it. Like if I'm like got a good workout in, and like I go poop after the workout, sometimes I'll cramp up. But like before, I was like cramping up like just normal poops, like
It's
wiping
just,
myself. Like, ugh.
I mean, yeah, no, like, yeah, mine was I mean, that's fucking hilarious. But no,
Yes,
like
less serious. I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, I gotta do something.
Yeah, no, I've always had bad positive imagery of myself anyway. You know that. We've talked about that, extensively before. So it's just one of those things like I just wanted to be better moving forward. And it's one of those things, like I said, like I'm still big dude, like I'm not, it's not like I'm fucking small or anything, but like I can show you guys like 2023, beginning of 2023, starting in March. Here's the second book. Here's the third book. I've been in the gym for the last year constantly, every single day. It's just one of those things, like, and that's the thing that kind of sometimes with this whole like we were saying with the fat thing, it's fucking annoying because it's
Well, it took us years to get this way. It's not going to change. Like we're not going to get skinny overnight.
Exactly, and the ones that do get skinny overnight, they either die or they put it right back on.
Yeah,
there's no quick fix. They never.
I had an aunt lose like 250 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
She was like 5'3", and she now weighs like 150.
Yeah,
but she did it all naturally, working out, eating right, and she's kept it off. She's
That's awesome.
It's like absolutely insane.
Yeah,
because like
it's one of those things.
Like, she did nothing. She like usually that's like you get the bag or you get gastric.
Yeah,
like she kept it off. It's insane.
But yeah, no. So like so like that's my overall thing. That's my overall big picture thing. But with the gym aspect of it, the gym side of it,
yeah, I'm very curious about that because I know you at the grant like we all want to lose weight, we want to be better, but like what's your like?
So
yeah.
So when I was first trying to get back to the gym, it's like, okay, I just need to do something. And so for people that don't know, I have a background in health science.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that sounds bad. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
So I have a background in health science. Graduated from Norwich University with background in health science. I was for a little bit of time, and I'm an idiot for not just paying the money. I was a certified personal trainer. I had my PT license. We played football in college, so we worked out in college. I was the strength coach at the high school I worked at for a little bit. I worked out when I was there too. So I've done a lot of this stuff, and it's one of those things, and it's like, and I know people will fight me on this, and I don't care if they do because this is just my opinion. You can write the perfect program for someone. Here's the perfect program. If you do this, you will lose weight, you will gain muscle, you will look incredible. Here's the workout. Doesn't mean fuck all if the person you're giving it to doesn't actually do it. So that was my thing when I first started doing this. It's like I can write a perfect plan, but if I don't want to fucking do it,
and like you could fuck it up too yourself.
Exactly.
Like you're
like if I ain't gonna
be that person.
If I ain't gonna do it, I ain't gonna do it. So my plan is more a lot of what I want to do, what I like to do, what I don't like to do, like that sort of thing. So like for instance, a lot of my stuff that I'm doing is like I said, I do so like Monday I go down rotators. Just start getting the rotators warmed up, right? Because I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff with my shoulder. I want to make sure my rotators are okay. So do rotators, just nice, quick, boom, boom. Then I do shoulder press, bench press, and pull downs. The three bigs. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And no matter what, take away all of the numbers, it's 5 sets of 15. You pick the weight, whatever you want to do. 5 sets of 15, though. So it's 75, because I'm an idiot and I like the number 75. So why not incorporate that into everything? Right?
15 is a good number, though.
Yeah, so 5 sets of 15. It's a nice workout, and eventually it's just, and it's one of those things. It's like after a while when you do it as well, you get to a point where like 30s hurt. It's tough doing 30s. Like, you're starting to swing sometimes with doing 30s because guess what? You've just done 60 fucking reps before that. So, that's my thing is I'm doing 5 sets of 15 for all those. Then I do bodyweight squats. I was doing 25. I hurt my lower back doing something. I twisted weirdly when I was getting off of a bench or doing something.
You ever do barbell squats? It looks like you got a rack right there.
So there is a rack right here. I just really don't like doing it. It hurts too much. It's one of those things like my tree trunks of legs already hurt enough as it is doing normal
Fair
stuff.
enough.
And every day's leg day when you're overweight. And like I used to like front squats anyway. So if I did anything, I would do front squats.
Dude, I love front squats. I've been doing front squats again.
Front squats.
Yeah.
But so I just do bodyweight squats, and I normally do 25 because I only do bodyweight squats 3 times a week. So 25 times 3 is 75. And then I do 75 crunches.
Input. You could do goblet squats.
Could do goblet squats. Could do. We have some kettlebells. They're not here. They're like over. Like
or dumbies. Yeah, sorry, I'll stay out of it.
No. So then I do.
In my head, I'm like, you're such a big man. Get some muscle on there.
I mean, squats hurt, bro. It's so much. It's so far to go down. Like it's.
Well, you got long legs. I don't.
Yeah, then I do crunches, 75.
And
then
you're all ass. I'm just saying that out loud.
Oh yeah, all ass, like all ass. And then I do 40 minutes on the bike. So that's my Monday. So then. To keep it nice and short, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 60 minutes on the bike. That's it. Just down 60 minutes.
Did you get a special seat?
Yes, we did. Because the old seat was...
I gotta get a seat.
Yes,
that's my big... Because I've been putting a pad on the seat.
I'll send you a picture of the seat that we have.
All right.
So then you can try to get that one. Because actually it's nice. Like I can do 60... Right. I do 60 minutes and right around 55, depending on the day. That's when it's like, okay... Things are starting to get numb.
If you see my picture, you could kind of see the bike right here.
Yep.
Right there. But it's kind of cut off. But I do have a bike in there.
Yeah. And then so Wednesdays for me is arms day. Just arms, baby. That's it. Nothing but arms. And it's just fucking, just hammer curls, rotation curls for bicep, tricep pull down, tricep overhead, skull crushers.
Nice.
And it's like, so, tricep, the only thing is 5 sets 15 for everything, but triceps, it's 5 sets of 15 full pull downs, right? 3 sets of 15, 2 sets of 15. So then you're just not overloading it, because it's, you're doing 3. And then the final day is the day that sucks, which is Fridays. Fridays suck. And it sucks, and it's funny, because I was saying about how you want to make the program so you like it, right? This sucks because of what it is.
Yeah.
I have a weak chest, and like I said, we played college football. I played right tackle, which means that I had people just running into my shoulder every fucking day. And I'm talking about very large individuals being very mean and just right here, play after play. So my shoulders and my chest are really weak. So rotators, dumbbell flies, and then it's the deltoid. Front raise, side raise, back raise, and then I do shrugs now. And that's it. 5 sets, 15 for all that. That's my plan. That's my workout plan right there. Boom, done. And like I said, it's for me.
6 days, right?
7, because I do bike on the 4 days off. So, I couldn't
remember. It was 4 or 3.
I was originally doing yoga, stretching, abs on the bike days too, but then it became one of those things where I started increasing the time on the bike. And then I didn't want to do the ab stuff.
You'll be like there for 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already down in the gym most nights now for 2 hours anyway. If I'm working out, if I'm working out, it's not normally down there for like 2 hours because it's 40 minutes on the bike to end everything. You know. And then after that, so I also work out at night. So everyone knows I work out at night. I get done with my workout. I come home. I eat breakfast. I call it breakfast. It's fucking 12 o'clock at night. But I eat breakfast, I have a protein shake, and then on days I work out, I have 2 mini Twixes. On days I just do cardio, I have 2 mini Reese's. That's it. Boom. And then I go to fucking bed. And it is glorious.
Glorious.
But But yeah, no, so like, that's my thing. Is that like with the gym, it's more of a going down, keeping the body active. That's one of the things. It's like I know I could do like a 15-minute workout and have everything pumping for the next 24 hours because of science. That's not what I'm going down there for. Like I'm going down there because I need to either clear my head, or I just want to be down there. I want to be away from everything else. Because it's just this gym here that you're seeing right here. Because this is the thing, our gyms are on the screen. We're showing you our little gyms. This is my work gym, so I go there at night when no one else is there. You know, so that's my thing with it though.
I mean, mine's my garage, so it's not my. It's like it's just me. So
yeah. So I mean,
and then I've worked out with a couple buddies here and there. Like a few of my buddies have come out and worked out with me. But actually, fun. I don't know if I told you this, but one of my buddies, who actually played football with him in high school. He was like, "Hey, can I start coming to work out with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure thing." We got halfway through upper body workout Wednesday, and he went outside and started throwing up. I was like, oh, "It's not that bad."
It's not that bad.
No, but I think he just got sick. But it was just, I was like, "Oh, buddy."
That's funny. But yeah, no. So like, I really don't have like. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I really don't have a plan.
Okay.
My plan really is just the fact of like it's one of those things. It's like I know I need to go to the gym, so I'm doing things I like, but I am increasing the weights as you heard from me saying what I did beforehand. You know, everything's increasing as long as I feel like I can increase it. I will increase it. But that's the thing though, is it's like I'm doing 5 sets of 15. It's fucking difficult to increase all of that shit at once. You know, so I'm very much fatiguing myself a lot, and you know, it's one of those things that. We were talking about it a little bit right before stream. I'm actually going to be taking a week off of the gym here this next week because my body has been feeling too beaten up, too fatigued, too just I just feel down. And it might just be because of summer, and I fucking hate summer, and it's getting hot. It genuinely could be
It's hot. It is hot.
Yeah. So, but it's as of right now though, I was like, I haven't taken a week or a day off since I started. In March of last year, so it's like I'm gonna take a week off.
So this is that, and you've kept it the same intensity too, and
same or increased it.
Yeah, so that's tough too, because like I'm on my second program.
Yep.
Sorry to talk about mine. I have an app called Juggernaut AI.
Juggernaut!
I'm the Juggernaut, baby. And I do pay for that one.
Okay.
Which is probably too much money. But I'm like, if you're getting a program from a coach.
Do you care to say how much it is? Do you care to say how much?
$30.
Oh, okay, that ain't bad.
A month.
That ain't bad.
No, I mean, because like you usually think about it, like if someone's going through and coming up with a program and adjusting things, like you got to pay someone to do that.
Yeah.
And that's more than that. So like. You know, like so mine. It's at its core, it's a powerlifting app. Powerlifting's like the end goal. So like powerlifting is the big 3.
Yep.
Bench press, deadlift, squat. So like, I guess at the end of each cycle, the goal is to do like a meet. I guess.
Have you done that? Now, are you trying to powerlift or?
That's what I'm. Yeah. Well, in a way. I was gonna do Rogue Fitness.
Yeah.
They have like an at-home meet you can do yourself, and so I finished my cycle 4 weeks ago. My first cycle, which sounds like steroids. That's not that kind of cycle. My first program. Yeah. And like I was going to do it, but this is gonna sound like stupid. I didn't have enough weights to do deadlifts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like if you look, I have like, sorry, right. If you go straight up, see these weights. There's like a box. And there's a weight.
On you. Yep. Right. Yeah,
right there. Yeah. So like, I have those weights. I have weights behind my squat stand, but like some of them are thick. So like, I literally couldn't put any more weight on the bar.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
I was at 535 and I couldn't add any more weight.
Yeah.
So like I was just like, you know what, I'm not even gonna do it this time. I'll go through another cycle. It's fine. And then I bought more plates that came in a few weeks ago.
Nice.
I got like skinny, like they almost look like the kilogram plates, like the skinny competition plates.
Nice.
So I got some more weights. But my goal is like just to get strong.
Yeah.
But also lose weight. So that's why I've lost weight at a slower pace, but I'm keeping it off. Because even if like I have like a bad weekend, because I still drink and I go out to dinner and stuff with my girlfriend. Yeah. Sometimes I don't do it, and like if I have a bad weekend, I don't gain any weight. So I'm like keeping it.
When it's also one of those things as well. It's like it's that thing of it's fat weighs.
Muscle weighs more than fat.
There we go. Thank you.
I
started saying it backwards, and I was like, it's just one of those things. It's like, it's like, and that's one of the things that I kind of like. That's why I stopped tracking as well. It was because I got to a point where the number on the scale wasn't dropping, but yet I felt like I looked better.
Your clothes are fitting better.
Exactly. So it was one of those things. Yeah. It's like okay, so I'm losing fat, I'm gaining muscle right now, which
is like hard to like wrap your head around.
Because it's like, a pound is a pound.
Especially in the beginning, like you're like, is it really doing anything?
Yeah.
So like 10 months, 40 pounds. Like 40 pounds is great. Yeah. It is. But like I've kind of plateaued, and I'm working on it again, but like again this week especially this weekend I kind of cut back. I only worked out 3 days this week.
I mean, I always have a very controversial, I'll put it, take when it comes to plateauing.
Yeah.
I guess it's a controversial take, which is the fact of I don't think the plateauing is a bad thing.
No, I mean you're not going backwards.
Well, so plateauing happens because your body has lost too much. So most of the time when you plateau, your body's like, whoa, we've lost too much. What the fuck are you doing? We're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And so when you plateau, a lot of people are like, oh, you're plateauing. You need to change things up. You need to do things. No, you don't. Your body's getting used to what you just did. If you just keep doing what you're doing, your body's going to just plateau for a little bit, and then your body's going to go, okay, this is the new standard. Now we go back to doing what we were doing. And it just happens again. It's every single time I plateaued, if I'm like going, like I'm tracking everything, I'm in the gym, I'm doing all this stuff like I normally would, I'm making sure all this stuff is fine, and I plateau, always about a week or two, I'll start losing weight after I do.
Oh, it's been longer than that, but it's fine. I need to, it's not that I've been off, I haven't been as diligent, so I'm not, it's whatever, we're making it happen. Yeah. Next week's a new week, tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's another week where I'm not putting it off. I might work out today, but I might clean out my attic today after we do this. That will be my work.
I was gonna say that's technically like working out, right? Because
it is gonna be a nightmare. So, so I think I might just do that today. And it's hot. Today's a hot day.
Yes, it is.
So,
yes, it is.
For me, my last program was 70% bodybuilding, 70% powerlifting, 30% bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So, with a bench focus. So, like when I first started this when I first started, my bench was like 175, and I was doing like it was like 3 sets of 10, right? Yeah. It was like that, and that was hard. And then by the end of the cycle, like a few weeks ago, I was doing 385 for 3 sets of 2. I had I'd gone up to it, like, so it was kind of like because I had done it in the past, where I could get back up to it. But like I had really been out of shape.
Yeah,
so that's.
I was gonna say it's one of those things where because it's funny here, it's like me going from just like something that I put together, just threw it together. Here it is, boom, 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 and then it's like you doing powerlifting, and then it's like powerlifting, but now it's a little bit more bodybuilding. Like it's funny thinking about how many different plans there are and different things you can do.
A million ways to skin a cat. I had a roommate who was also a personal trainer, and that's who would always say. And
well, it's because I've thought about it recently because because you see me in person, I'm actually a flexible dude for my size. I would love to get back to doing yoga again, because when I was doing yoga, that was the best I've ever felt. So I've honestly thought about backing off some of the weightlifting aspect of it and doing some more yoga aspect of it. But it's one of those things where it's like I got to figure out exactly how I
You know,
want
it's
to do
really
it.
fun. Remember, like P90X, but then there was Insanity.
Mm-hmm.
I did Insanity in my room for a while,
So,
which actually was like is actually a really good at home workout.
mm,
Um, but a girl that was on there who I was like, I love this girl. She popped up on my TikTok last night, and I was like,
that's funny.
this girl used to get my juices flowing while I was working out. And she was like 32 then, and she's 50 now. That's like how old
Oh
that program was.
yeah.
And I was like, man, she looks if not better. She looks okay.
Well, it's funny because it's like so. What I did was DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, DDP yoga.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought you meant.
So
But I was like,
yeah, no. So I have it. So and it's still on my fridge. Because I used to have the TV next to my fridge. So when
Yeah.
I did the yoga, I could see the TV, and I could also see his instructional giant pamphlet thing that's like, this is how you do everything. So if I forget something midway, I can just look at it real quick. But I was doing that like heavily because there's a full program with it, and there was also a weight diet, like a diet program with it too. And the diet program with it was hilarious because it was like, it was all based off of and it makes sense when you think about this. It's at what rate does food digest? That was the whole.
Yeah.
That was the whole concept with the plan. It's like it's like so carbs digest at a different rate than protein does. So why would I mix carbs and protein if I'm trying to lose weight? So when I eat, I would get to choose: do I eat a serving of carbs or do I eat a serving of protein? I can have as much veggies as I want, but I have to have a serving of one or the other. And it was one of those things. It's like so for like there was a good like 6-month period where I was like, oh, it's lunchtime. I'm gonna eat one of like the artisan hot dogs that are like sausage, but then it has like feta and spinach in it, like those ones.
Yeah.
I'd have one of those for lunch. That was it. That and some like and a salad. That was my lunch for like a month.
Yeah,
I went from 375 to 282. I think it was.
That's like just straight ketosis.
Oh yeah, but then it was like I would make this shake, this like fruit and like not and like oh god, what was it called? I have
Flex.
it in no, it's something like that though. But it's like that would be a shake that I'd make. I'd make up a big picture of it, and I'd have a glass of it for a breakfast in the mornings, and like that'd be it. But it was like it was wild doing it because like I was losing weight at a like not just like losing weight. It was like
You were like starving yourself. Like,
I was starving myself, but it was weird because it was like,
well,
I
like, you
wasn't
have
just
to in a way.
I wasn't just nose diving the weight loss. It was like in little increments. But I was doing the yoga as well, like 4 times a week, depending on what it is. I mean,
Skinny bastard.
it's funny because it's like the plan is still up, like in my apartment. Like everything's still up in my apartment. I just haven't taken it down because I taped it to the fucking cabinet. I was like, I am determined. And then I hurt myself, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
It's still there. You're like, it's that's its home forever.
Yeah.
Back to mine though. But so,
Yeah.
I did that whole program, and then now my new program is 50-50. It's 50% powerlifting, 50% bodybuilding.
Okay.
So then, so like a big one. So for me, for my stuff, like let me pull it up.
Hit yours off. Hit it.
So like Monday, I did. All right, so especially towards the end, so like how I said with the end with that like 3 sets of 2 like on the bench, I would do that heavy powerlifting aspect, and then I would do accessories on top, but it would be for like 10 to 15 reps.
Yeah.
So like Monday I did pendule rows,
Okay.
which are like bent over rows, but you bent over row, and then you bring it to the ground with a barbell. Well, not barbell. With a barbell.
Okay.
And then, but you set it back on the ground, and you
Let go of
bring the
it.
tension. You bring the tension out of your arms,
Yep.
and then you do it again. It's all about like building up the tension and like getting it back. So those suck.
Yes.
I hate them, but
Yes.
they're great. So like Monday, I did 4 sets of 10 for that at 245, and then I did lat pull downs. I did a superset lat pull downs, and then split squats,
Oh.
quad emphasis, which those suck too. And then so like the lat pull downs, it was as 2 to 3 reps in reserve, so it's kind of like a similar thing where it's like a ton of reps, as many reps as I can do, with almost a failure.
Yeah.
And that was 4 sets of that with a superset of split squats between. and there's 4 sets of that, and then I did another superset of dumbbell lateral raises, more shoulder emphasis, and then hip thrusts.
Oh
Single
yeah.
leg hip thrusts, and then double flies. Another thing, like 2 to 3 reps in reserve, so as many reps as possible, and then superset of hammer curls, and then calves. I didn't do calves. I'm like, whenever it says do calves, I'm like, I don't know, I'm fat. I don't need to do a calf. Like,
Yeah, if we walk wrong and we push off of our toes, we're doing calf. Like it's.
yeah, I'm like, I don't like. That's like at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm on my feet, 10 hours a day, at work.
I'll just randomly just 1, 2, 3 there.
That's like the bad, like how you're saying you have exercise plan, and you're like, if you don't follow, I'm like, I don't need to do calves.
Yeah.
And then my buddy who I work out with is a mailman, so we're like, we don't need to do calves. So yeah, so it's and then the hammer curls are another one where it's 2 to 3 reps in reserve in this beginning. So it's like pretty much as many reps as possible. So like that's the bodybuilding aspect. But then so the big thing is you have some sort of workout that complements the big 3. I hate saying that, but like the big 3 motions. So like this sense, it was the pendulum rows.
Yep.
That is back that offsets back. I mean, you need your low back for all 3 movements, but you know, deadlift, squat, you need it more. And then like Tuesday, I actually did front squats Tuesday.
Yeah.
I believe. No, I didn't. I did seated military press. So shoulder.
Oh yeah.
So, but with barbell.
Yes, I do mine with dumbbells.
And it just and then yeah. So literally, I do a lot of lat pull down. So if you look, the top left of mine, like right here, this little seat here.
Yep.
I got a lat pull down.
Oh, I see it right above it, yeah.
Yeah, a plate loaded lat pull down machine, $20, Facebook Marketplace.
That's what's up.
So, a lot of the stuff I have, or if we're going to talk about my gym itself, a lot of the stuff I have is secondhand. Like
Yes.
I bought 90%. So like all the weight plates, the steel plates, the actual metal plates, I bought all those new. But if you look behind the rack, I have 2 45-pound Nike plates, bumper plates, the new ones that just came out with in the last year.
They look grayish, right?
They're like sparkly. They're like it's ground up sneakers that are all
that's
put together.
That's actually fucking hilarious. I mean,
But
I'm just looking from seeing if
I got those at Facebook Marketplace for $90, and usually those are like for the 2 of those would be like $250.
Yeah, damn.
So I got like a crazy deal on that. You can't really see it, but right here at my head, it's a back raise.
Yep.
Which has been like, I've always had a bad lower back, so I do that like 3-4 times a week, and my low back's finally is like, because it used to be every workout my lower back would just hurt, and I just hurt. So this thing has been like a godsend. It's like really fixed my lower back problems. And then I got 2 cable machines, Facebook. I got them both for $180, which like one of them brand new is $200.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
So like a great, just finding deals marketplace. I have actually this like long pole thing that's right over here.
Yep.
This is an erg, like a row machine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just folded up for space because there's not a ton of space in there.
Okay.
That thing I bought new. That thing's great. And then a bike. The bike I got at Savers for $13.
Yeah, that's what's
so
up.
like, and then I have a set of adjustable dumbbells. I have this squat rack here. Is like I got that peak pandemic with a bench. With a so big thing is like with the powerlifting.
It's funny you say it because now I'm seeing the bench that's there without the pad on it.
Oh yeah, that's my new one I put together.
I see it now because I'm sitting there. What you were saying, what you said about the rack there and everything. So I looked at the rack and I was like, the fuck is that thing? Like it's like, oh, that's what
I was talking to Husky about it. So I ordered, like, this was my big purchase recently. I bought a really nice adjustable bench, heavy guy lifting heavy weights. It all came in the mail. So today's Sunday. It all came in the mail on Wednesday, except for the pad, which comes in Tuesday, a week later. So I put it together yesterday. I cleaned and I put that was my workout yesterday. I cleaned and I put that together. I've been like, I'm on call this week, so I've been doing a lot of like chores around the house that I've been putting off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like partially why I've been lazy about working out. But yeah, so this thing weighs 120 pounds as is. It's just a solid piece of metal. The thing's gonna be great once it's together.
Yeah.
I was making a joke. I'm like, we could technically use it.
Yeah, just technically.
Yeah. Well, no. So you just lay on the metal. Yeah, because it's literally you just screw the pad to it, so it's the shape. It's the seat and the back go up. They can do the positions. But so I mean, like I have a normal all-purpose bar. I have a deadlift bar. I did get one of those.
Ooh,
it's purple. The thing is nice.
Yeah.
And then I have a rackable. You can kind of see it. It's curved up at the top of the screen. It's kind of a weird shape. It's a rackable easy curl bar.
Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah.
And that thing is great because I could put it in the squat rack. Because I can curl on the squat rack. It's my gym.
Well, and it's funny. So like, and it goes to just showing just like how like multiple ways to skin a cat. So mine is, like I said, is a work gym. And the boss man, he went to China to go talk to our partners over there one of the times that he goes over there like once a year, and they have a gym in the facility, and it's actually allowed like while their people are on the clock, they can just go work out if they need to,
which is great.
Yeah. So he saw that and he's like, he's like, and he was asking about it, and they're like, yeah, productivity went up after we put it in. Like, if they need to, they can just go in, get a workout quick, and then, get back to work. Like, some people do before, after, like, for lunch, like, that sort of thing. So he then was like, well, we need to put in a gym of our own then. So we turned the entire basement into this gym, and it was originally for me and also the girls that work with me. Like, that sort of thing. The girls don't really use it anymore. Because this was also put in right before the pandemic happened. So now everybody works from home anyway, and they've just kind of stayed working at home. So it's just my gym now. But yeah, like, so it's just dumbbells and then like two of every plate.
Have you ever worked out in there when someone else is in there?
Yes, but it was the cleaning lady.
Oh, so someone cleans the gym for you.
Well, someone cleans the entire building every now and then. Like,
but she cleans the gym?
So it's the office. The office is upstairs, and then there's stairs that go straight down to the basement. So she'd do the offices, and then she goes down to the gym and cleans the gym. So, like, I went in there one day.
That's my biggest problem right now, is how fucking disgusting this is right now.
So
I have to,
so there was one day when I went down there, and I didn't know she was working, and I'm like mid-set, and I look up, and she's just standing there looking at me, and she's like, hi.
This is why this place stinks.
Well, she didn't know who I was either, so it's just like, she's like, hi. I was like, oh shit, hi. I'm da-da-da, I'm da-da's son, and she's like, oh, okay, and then she just went on and just did her job and left. I was like, but like outside of that though, yeah, no, I'm in there every night.
I was curious about that. I'm like, if someone was in here working out, I'd be like, what the fuck?
It's just a massive open space. There's like one of everything basically. That's all it is. Like,
what do your dumbbells go up to? 50?
I think it's. So, I mean, let's see. So, those are 30s, 35, 40, 45s, 50, 55s, maybe? 55, 60, something like that? Yeah. I think. Okay. I mean, I haven't even touched. I mean, the most I've done right now, because, like I said, I got long arms, I got weak body. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I just, I know that, you know that. Anyone that knows me knows I got a weak body, right? But the most I do right now is 45 for tricep overhead. So it's like I'm not even close to touching it, but it's like the most way I use is in the pull down here, because I don't use the rack really.
Yeah, I love the pull.
I do fucking lat pull down, and I do tricep extension. That's it.
All right, here's one thing. So you can get them off Amazon. I got a really nice one because I'm fucking stupid. If you look at my lat pull down, you got these. If you look, there's a weird attachment on it. Mm-hmm. So it's this new. It's not newer, but they're super popular right now.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing the lat pull down, I'm right here. It's a neutral grip, and it changes. Yeah, so you're not fatiguing the grip on your hands.
Okay, interesting.
But they have different sized ones. Like this one is the most popular, so you're actually you're like really targeting your bicep, triceps, and lats.
Interesting.
It's like I've had it for a couple weeks. They have them on Amazon for not that much.
The thing that I like the most is that like if you like I said, it was supposed to be for the girls and that, so that's why there's like some yoga mats here. Like the blue one is theirs, the little gray one right here is mine. But then if you look all the way in the back, you see the purple boy back there. So we got 2 giant yoga balls, and I sit on them like all the time.
That's your chair.
In between sets, I just go down, sit down, look at TikTok for a minute, and then I go back to doing.
Well, if you didn't notice, I got a foldable chair right there. There's another one over there. That's my foldable chair right there. A lot of sitting down in the gym.
And then literally, so right here is a bike, a treadmill, and a stair climber. But I only use the bike.
Oh, you got a stair climber too?
I don't use a stair climber. It hurts too much. Hurts too much.
Also,
it's weird for me because like my feet, my feet try to come off of it. I'm weird like that in the head, so like when I'm doing it, I try to bring my feet up off of it. It's like, why won't it raise up? Like, why won't it move up with me? Like that sort of thing. And then the treadmill,
I can't figure it out.
The treadmill blows because it's not a digital one; it's a dial. So you put the dial to like 5.
Are you too heavy for it?
Yes, that's first off.
Same.
Yes, but
people don't understand that.
Yeah, no.
Big people, because Kat was like, we should get a treadmill. I'm like, well, we can't get a cheap one because they don't. Yeah, the weight limit is like 250 pounds. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, like if I step, it slides. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah. Do you have speakers down there?
So no speakers, but on right over here on the wall is a TV.
Oh, okay.
So I can connect to it. Most of the time, I just play everything through my phone anyway. There's because
I put a set in. I got a sub, and then I got a speaker. I have 4 going around, and I got 1 like right above the garage door opener even. So it's I got speakers all throughout.
See, I was one of those things I talked to the boss man about it, but with it being in the basement of the offices, because it's like the maintenance. So I live on the commercial street, so it's all offices on the first floor, and then it's all apartments on the top floor, and then it's the basement. So it's one of those things where it's like they probably wouldn't hear me.
Is it the same building you live in?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't even have to go outside.
So I live here.
Yeah.
The front offices is here. The gym is here.
You know, I thought you had to go across the street for work.
Nope.
I didn't realize you didn't even have to leave your building.
So I don't have to go across the street. I have to go out back. So my offices, like my workshop, is out back of the building, but the front offices to the actual.
You never leave the block.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I never leave this block.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, it's one of those things. It's like, people say, like, hey, Husky.
Yeah, dude, you work from home too.
Yeah, how come you don't ever, how come you don't ever want to leave? Well, we see. Home, work, gym.
I was like, I always thought you lived across the street, and I was like, so he doesn't have very far to go, but it's
it's even worse than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, so a lot of the stuff that I have is just very basic shit. But that's the thing. It's like.
I've spent too much, and I haven't spent too much money. It's very good, and I use it all.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with mine. I have my dumb flags. I love my dumb music. I swear in there. I make a lot of noise. I used to for years went to the gym and be like, "Don't make any noise. People are gonna make fun of you." And now I'm like, I'm just doing tricep extensions. I'm like, huh.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You need to get it out. If you don't get it out, then it's got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Like you got to get it out.
I'm afraid when I have to go back, because I might move. And when I go back to a gym,
I don't ever want to go to another. I don't want to go to a gym.
Well, I'm gonna have to, but this will just go to storage until I come back. But when I go, it's just gonna be weird working around people again.
I can't wait to get a message from DeNutte telling me that he got lunk alarmed out of a fucking Planet Fitness. I can't.
No Planet Fitness is there, so. Yeah. So
that's fun.
I don't know what they have there. It's all like there's a golf course, there's a country club gym. And there's a bunch of CrossFit gyms. CrossFit's really big there.
Fuck CrossFit.
But my work has a gym, so I'm interested to see what that looks like.
Interesting.
But they can't send me pictures. So
that feels sketchy to me. We have a gym. We can't send you pictures of it.
Well, that's for different reasons.
Yeah.
So. All right,
so,
I mean, that's like a lot of our workout stuff. I don't know.
So, I mean, the last thing that I wanted to get at, and it's kind of one of the things I've been trying not to say a whole lot during this, and you guys may have caught me doing this, is I don't like the word diet.
Yeah.
I don't like the word diet. It was something stupid, it's corny, it's whatever, but I genuinely really like the saying, which is, I don't ever call it diet, I consider it a health plan. Because a diet is a fad, and a health plan is for life.
It's always temporary.
Yes.
Diet's not meant forever.
But then also, the main word of diet is die. The main plan of health plan is heal. I'm not trying to kill myself, I'm trying to heal myself. I've already fucked this up enough as it is. Right? Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing, and it's actually been a nice helper for me mentally, turning that switch. So it's one of those things where I'm trying to heal myself. I'm not trying to kill myself. And it's one of those things, like, I think it's a nice switch. It's like I said, it's stupid, it's corny, whatever. I like it.
The fitness industry is all corny. And you know what we haven't brought up once?
What?
Our faith. Sorry. CrossFit. Yeah, like, you can't be in a CrossFit class unless you have a cross around your neck.
Yeah. It's
can't
funny
spell
though.
CrossFit without a cross. That's it.
CrossFit without a cross. I mean, you're not wrong though. There is a lot of that. But overall, like I said, we wanted to do this episode as kind of a because we both have been doing this for a little while now, and it's nice to just kind of openly talk about this sort of stuff.
Oh, one last thing is so I was talking about to my coworker who he works out all the time. Mm-hmm. He's in good shape. He's healthy. That piece of shit. I was talking about how I'm like, oh well, I'm not gonna do my powerlifting meet because that's like I don't have the weights for it. Like I need at least another set of weights, and then this whole thing. And then, I was like, and maybe I'll go through another cycle because I've just started doing it again. He's like, just started doing it again? He's like, dude, you're like almost a year in. And I was like, you know what? Thanks for putting me down. That's a good positive put down. He's like, you've been doing well. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I appreciate that.
That's the thing is, like, it's always tough to remember that because it's one of those things, like, we're always our worst enemy. But then also, if you look in the mirror, you see yourself every day. Right? And that's kind of the thing that I thought about with you when you sent me that picture. You see yourself in the mirror every day. You see yourself, all the time. I don't see DeNutte daily. I see DeNutte once a week during stream. So when you sent me the picture and you're like, I look fucking huge, I'm sitting there and I'm like, yes, you fucking, like, Jesus fuck, like,
thanks,
you
man.
do.
I appreciate
like,
that.
Yeah. Like,
does it look good? Because I was like, I was feeling good about myself that night, and the next day I was like, I don't know, is it that different?
Yeah, I know. Like, that's the thing. Is like, I hope, like, when I said, like, you look like Zangief, like,
no,
that was
in his name. No,
like,
that was good. That was good.
No, I saw it, and, like, that was my first thought. Like, you look good, dude. Like, it's one of those things. Like, it's just that we see ourselves so much that we don't.
Oh, Kat's like, I don't see it at all. And then, like, this was a couple months ago, and then she's like, oh, I was looking at pictures of you, and you look completely different.
I caught myself in the mirror walking to work one day in one of the glass and, like, one of the storefronts. I caught myself. I looked, and because when I walk, I suck my gut in. I always do. It's just a natural big guy thing.
Yeah, it's a posture thing.
It's a posture thing. It's a big guy thing. You're sucking your gut.
You're like, you don't want your gut fucking hanging out.
Yeah, so, like, I was doing it, and I looked in the mirror, and I was just like, and I caught myself real quick, and it was one of those things where it's like, who the fuck is that? Oh. Like,
in a good way, though.
Yeah. I didn't, like, I was like, shit, all right. And it's funny, because, like, I'll look back on some stream stuff, because I don't take pictures of myself. I hate taking pictures of myself. So I have, like, no progress pictures. But, like, I'll look back on some old stream stuff and see how I used to look compared to now, and it's like, fuck. Like, what was I doing back then? You know?
You know what I say? Bring back the buzzed head. I like the buzzed head.
Me?
Yeah.
I got the slick right now going on. I got, like, the scummy slick hair right now. Yeah. The beard and the scummy slick hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Digging it.
Like, Cat cried when I cut my hair. My slick back bald mullet. Oh man, growth. I got rid of it because it was funny, and then it had its time. It had its time.
Yeah, no, like I said, we want to do this because, like, it's one of those things. Like just looking at us, you probably wouldn't expect that we go to the gym as much as we do, or we eat better than what we probably look like we do, or that
sometimes.
Sort of thing. And it's sometimes. As I'm sitting there looking at the Edmonds that I'm about to eat. But it's one of those things. Like, it's a nice thing to talk about every now and then, and just kind of have the open discussion and get out there. We haven't talked about something like this on the podcast, I think, in a while, maybe a year or two, I think.
Yeah, because I guess it goes to mental health stuff. And we're both in a better spot.
Exactly. So, I want to know from you guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this little insight into what we do. As off topic as we kind of got at different points and just kind of slewed it around. We don't take notes. We don't have a plan here. We just do our thing. But let us know what you guys are doing. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys doing? What do you guys think we should be doing? How about that one? Can't wait for that
Stop
answer.
being so fat.
Yeah, I was gonna say can't wait for that answer.
You know, you guys shouldn't work out. You shouldn't lift weights. You should just lose weight. You gotta do cardio.
If you guys just went vegan, you guys would be fine. But yeah, so let us know down in the comments down below. What do you think, DeNutte? What's the final word? What's the final word for the good people?
Faith.
Faith.
No. It gets better.
I mean,
sure.
Yeah, there we go. Look at DeNutte with the positivity, the deep positivity there. It gets better.
It gets better.
You know, I want
to hate hearing that.
I want to see if we've been doing this enough now. I want to see if you can do the outro. Let's see if you can do the outro.
Oh boy.
Right on the spot.
No, good, happy, fuck.
You want me to help you out here?
Give me the first 3 words.
Depending on where.
Depending on where you are, I want to say happy. Cause fuck no, I can't do it. I'm sorry. it's the Truman Show, but I can't. Right? No? Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
It's basically your version of the Truman Show thing at the end, and I cannot remember. Like, I know, I'm very aware.
Well, it's funny because
it's like happy, good morning, good evening, good night, stay safe. It's like I know little pieces of it.
Well, it's like I throw this out there every now and then to everyone, and everyone either messes up one of the 2 things. They forget things, or they put it in the wrong order.
So like my brain's like. I have the pieces of it, but I'm like, whoa, what order is it?
Oh, so I've also been just
stay safe,
rambling this for 5 years now. So, but thank you for stopping by and hanging out today. We appreciate it as always. And depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Stay out of trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah, dude, I nailed it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you nailed it. Bye.